Hey everybody, Nullface here in Eternal Evolution. Talking a little bit this time about the, I guess not new anymore, but the latest two EX dungeons. Was kind of frustrated with the Terra Dome EX3 for a while because couldn't get anything reliable, but I tossed in an Elite +1 of Dominic from that I got from the Gumutso's Bell event. Tossed one hybrid into him just to make him a little bit tankier, and threw him in the team, and it's actually working better. So I wanted to show that, as well as sort of a minimal approach to Cinsaro. My usual team is pretty solid in there, with Miranda, Rosaris, and all that. But also wanted to try some a little bit lower geared options for people who may not have all the resources invested in the heroes that I do, and kind of show off those. It seemed to be kind of like lowest threshold that I could get to work reliably, at least with those heroes, and the ones that I subbed in. So we'll go ahead and show those runs, and then we'll take a look at the gear and a little more detailed look at the gear. We'll do the stat summaries for each of the heroes used in there, and show those, and then sort of the main team as well. So this is the gear that I was running on Miranda in the first run. It's literally just 2 pieces of Vigorous. Got pants with damage reduction boots with a tiny bit of HP, but that's it. She doesn't need to be crazy geared to do this. Now, if you couple that with the base stats of Immortal +1 and some at 90, she's still, reasonably solid and puts up a good shield. But those are numbers that you can achieve with a full set of gear on a lower level or lower evolution level Miranda. It doesn't have to be top of the tier to get the job done in Cinsaro, as long as you have another healer in there like Serena. Maserani does even better. I was just using Serena as another option. Heal up the damage afterwards. Yeah, you can sustain through the fight. Just keep it quick. Use res to cycle through those ults. Try to keep the damage going, and you can blast it down pretty quickly, even without a really stacked up roster. Same thing, pretty much true for Dominic. I did get the pity copy of him from the banner, so he is up to Mythic now, but the stats are basically the same. His gear is running Marauder for a little bit more lifesteal, and then I've just got crit rate, HP, and damage reduction because he's got to stay alive to do much in there. It does remarkably significant damage, I gotta say, with these stats, right? Running 26k attack, he is crit capped, but that's not much for base stats, but he's still getting the job done. So happy to have him at the team, even at this level. I'm just holding off on investment because I don't know what next Twilight's going to bring, and that's really my focus. So if it ends up being assassin focused, as I suspect it might be, then I'll go ahead and finish out his talents and get him up to Immortal. But if not, we'll see what the next hero banner is and what they bring to the table. Maybe they're a better investment choice. So we'll see. If I were doing a lot of whale guild hunt bosses, I would definitely go in on this guy. But for my guild, I usually do Turban or Spider, and he gets the job done in dungeons, so he's fine as is, right? You don't need to bring all the heroes up to Immortal right away. Use what you need to get the job done, and then if you need to invest more, go ahead at that time. Otherwise, just hold off. You never know what's going to come down the line. So just for reference, this is my typical Miranda build, closer to 3 million HP. I do run her in Herald and Hawkeye with full HP bottom row. Could swap these out for DR boots if you need. Haven't felt the need to do that just yet. She's been surviving where I need her to, or at least dying at the appropriate time. Her total stats are a little under 180 accuracy, which at least gets enough for all of her passives, and triggers the EX3 passive, as well as activating decent chance on some of her abilities. She's been incredibly helpful in pushing campaign. The story mode got up to chapter 60, 18, and that's just a DPS check that I can't quite pass yet, so we'll get there eventually. Maybe if I finish building out Luke at some point, that'll help. But she's been great. The ability to prevent incoming damage is huge, as well as having really good attack boosts. Sometimes she pairs well with other healers. Sometimes I'll even pair her with Maserani to keep alive and provide double damage boosts to the team. It works out pretty well. She's very flexible, and I like having the ability to either repair or prevent or both incoming damage. So definitely glad I built her out. She's been very helpful in a few areas of the game already. So very, very solid hero, good addition to the roster. So that's really about all I've got. I know it's been a while since I made a video, but I'm the kind where if I don't have a lot to say, I just don't say much. So I'm not trying to churn out content. There hasn't been a lot going on in the game, at least not a lot that's new, right? We had the Easter events about a month ago now. Those were kind of new, and then we had Twilight. Who knows what next Twilight's going to bring? Probably be something different. It's been different the last 3 times that it's been run. So hopefully I'll have something new to share on that when it comes out. But the only other thing that's happened recently is I did get a successful run of Crimson Abyss 14. So I'll put together a little video on that, showing the team, and not the actual run, but the replay of the run because I didn't record the actual run. So hopefully get that out in the next day or two. But other than that, hopefully this helps, showing some of the dungeon runs, some of the teams, things you can do in there. Definitely been liking the Cinsaro EX farm, getting some better commanders and the reroll pieces. The rerolls have not been kind to me, but c'est la vie. And the Terra Dome EX, which I find interesting because, hey, here's incentive to go do more Terra Dome to get the fragments, but there's nothing to do with all the other prototypes we get yet. So hopefully there's something coming soon for that. Until next time, thank you for watching and take care.